Alright guys, we're gonna hop right into the team building with Jam. As you may have noticed, the audio quality should sound a lot better. A lot better. You know what's crazy? This is the exact same mic. And it's just, I'm not gonna go into it, y'all not here for that, you know? But yeah, hopefully this is improved. No more background noise, no more fans, no more clicking sounds. Man, I'll say it guys, if you haven't picked up the audio program that I just launched, free of charge, definitely want to tap into that. In it I break down a lot of the reasons why most of us, just in Pokemon for sure, but just beyond, because very rarely do I send things out that are truly only Pokemon specific. So anyway, Gardevoir has the podium today. We got a brother-sister combination today. We're going to be using Gardevoir and Iron Valiant. I know, you know, you'd be like, no, Gallade is the brother. Well, the hell is Valiant? Is it more Gardevoir or is it more Gallade? I think it's more Gallade. That literally looks like Gallade with a cape. So, yeah, let's just say it's the older brother. Anyway, we have Gardevoir here. We're going to be using Trace Gardevoir with Choice Scarf. Now, the beauty of this is that Gardevoir's trace ability is one of those fun ones. So I might creatively use it for some regeneration, you know what I'm saying? I might creatively use it for some, well, Libero won't really benefit us here. I may creatively use it for some water absorption, some unawareness, right? I may creatively use it for some infiltration, you know what I'm saying? I might creatively use it for some multi-scale action. Like those are just, I mean, that's just a few, right? Just a few, some toxic debris. Like it's such a creative ability, particularly in this tier right now. It's amazing, right? As if we're gonna ever face electric terrain teams, but you can also use it for cases where, well, what's his highest stat? It's actually special attacks, so that wouldn't apply. I was gonna say if you trace, can trace good as gold. You know, we can trace purifying salt. You know, we can trace so many cool things. Magic bounce. We can trace fucking flash fire. What's some other cool ones we can trace? Sharpness is irrelevant, obviously. Regen, we've already mentioned. Vessel of Ruin, we can trace that. We're taking less damage, just assuming we KO the mons, right? And so this photosynthesis is what I was saying. That being said, I'm going to try out Healing Wish and Trick. I know Trick is definitely something I want to stay, but the way the team is structured, I can see things liking the Healing Wish component. Debating whether or not it's Terra. I feel like Terra Steel might be the most useful in most situations. You know, Ice Shards, Extreme Speeds. Doesn't cover for Aqua Jet. Doesn't cover for Sucker Punch. But we can trick those guys. So yeah, Gardevoir, and I'm gonna be trying out Choice Bandit. I want to just a little more spice, a little more fun to it. We're gonna be trying out Choice Bandit, Iron Valiant with the Terra Fighting Close Combat Knock Off Ice Punch. That should cover most things. You know, there could be a case for Spirit Break, but I think Ice Punch does all around better. Amazing coverage, ice fighting, you know. And then the Terra Fighting can blow away anybody. If you're a Dondozo, you're getting clapped. If you're a Corviknight, you're getting clapped. If you're a whatever the fuck, you're getting clapped. That Terra Fighting does not care. We do not care. So Gardevoir plus Valiant. I decided to point those out first because, you know, I was trying to. Gardevoir really was what I was going to build it around. I ran through a few variations of this, but you know, I was like, okay, let's rock with this. Very physical team, but the physical abusers, because you won't. With physical teams, a lot of the times the struggle is things like Iron Defense Corviknight, things like Iron Defense Garganacl, things like Dondozo to shut these style of teams down. But most Cinderace these days are Will-O-Wisp, bulky, and so Gargs, Heatrans, things of that nature feel more comfortable. Maybe even a Baxcalibur being like, oh, you know, I'm a Baxcalibur, right? And so they're gonna get clapped by this high jump kick if they're not careful. I may bluff it for a little bit, like I'm Wisp, and then I just, you know, put them in a pack with this high jump kick. Because offensive ace is just rarely expected. Even opposing Cinderace might put in a pack with these offensive high jump kicks, you know. And it's obviously Powerball Oh, I could see a case for still taking court change off for Will-O-Wisp, but the structure of the team, I don't think that's superior. But I don't know. I mean, court change as ace is because the Will-O-Wisp provides at least a slight counterplay versus when, like, if you know I'm offensive ace, you're gonna play in a way where you're like, okay, well now I know I can bring in, let's say, or if it's a Dozo versus, I mean a Gambit versus a situation, you know I'm offensive. It's very unlikely the opponent's not gonna go for Katao there. Well, I mean they're gonna sucker punch. I mean, because they're expecting me not to have anything that's non-contact, but that's a situation that's very unlikely. And I have Trick, and I have Organical. But back to the Dozo and Fizz Walls. Because Trick is an option and Salt Cure is one of those things, because we mentioned Dozo, Corviknight, and opposing Garganical. Salt Cure is one of those moves that just does not care, you know? And so Garganical is back. We're mixing it up with some Terra Water to see how that, you know, that goes. But fairly typical core. We got the Tusk. We're trying out Dragonite. We're going to use standard D-Knight. There are not a lot of combinations I could have gone with. But because the initial offensive structure is so, I mean, it could argue, other than the Garg, this is just straight offense. This is not even a defensive Tusk. There's not really a wall on here. You know, again, you could argue for Garg. But even that, Garg's out here sweeping teams. You know how we get down when Garg gets down. Gotta make that female, but can't be falling in love with these Enamoruses. We can't love these Enamoruses. Everybody female. I didn't remember that the Paradox forms were but yeah, D-Knight female, of course. So yeah, I looking forward to it. You know, that's really just about showcasing guard and some Valiant things. Now another thing I'm doing is I'm recording with OBS this time. Sorry, I to make sure the shit was still recording. But okay, where are we at points wise? 1807. I feel like winning a lot, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna be a bit more serious than usual. Sorry, I'm just pausing to analyze the opponent's team structure so it can be dissected with a quickness. Okay, I know what I must do. Gonna involve a Grey Tusk. Gonna involve an Iron Valiant. Gonna involve a Zapdos getting dropped and me not getting static on a critical turn. And when that occurs, there will be rocks going up. When the rocks go up, the Zapdos will die upon switching. What's good, brother? What's good, A1? The Zapdos will be dying upon switching, and the Garganical will be going for the Iron Defense, and a sweep will occur. If that doesn't occur, then it's going to be a Dragonite destroying an entirety of a team. So phase 1 is going to involve... I really want to bluff that my Valiant has Thunderbolt, but... And right here, this is where the ability Trace comes into play. So the Zapdos condition has been met already. Right, the opponent cannot guard against Fairy. So this is wondrous, wonderful. I doubt he has any other special attacking move other than Thunder and Hurricane, which are heavily dependent upon the rain. Right, and so I'll be able to get off potentially. Okay, so U-turns, which likely staring down Pelip Legion here. So that piece of damage there is going to matter a lot, because Dragonite upon Dragon Dancing is a behemoth, it's a menace, it's something that just cannot be stopped. And so Basculegion comes out, which is wild. Not really, I suppose, unless it has something that can touch. So we're staring down Pelipper here. Basculegion is interesting. We gotta also always make sure that we're multi-scale the fuck up. He's gonna do about 50 to me with Wave Crash, but if he keeps Wave Crash spamming, he's gonna be on the losing end. Tinglu is crazy for a couple reasons. One, you don't want me court changing your hazards back, but also you don't have a Valiant switching. You know what I'm saying? Tinglu is quite interesting. So we're gonna phase 1 Tusk. Phase 2 Tusk. I'd have preferred something other than Garg, but I'll take Garg. The Tinglu matters, but it's not the end of the world. Pelipper. Yeah, I don't. Very interesting decisions. Because here we're staring down either Pelipper or Zapdos. I don't expect Basculegion. Pelipper were too big of an issue. Yeah, I wanted to double to my Cinderace there very badly, but since he's Volt Switch Zapdos and we've U-turn Zapdos and we've confirmed it, what I can always do is go to let's say Baxcalibur. But I need this. I wish literally the stuff I was talking about. If I knocked there, I think I had the game, because I want the Zapdos a little bit lower to where my Garg can Terra Water and Curse. The only thing would be like a Grass Knot Greninja or something like that. But also my Valiant is a beast, and a beast that cannot be vanquished. So we're gonna do Cinderace hard here. It covers for U-turn, lure out the Pelipper, because I don't want Garganacl versus Pelipper. Pelipper's gonna have to take a round of rocks here. I don't want Garganacl versus Pelipper. He might go Greninja. And honestly, I wanted to save my Terra so he doesn't know. So yeah, Pelipper is what I expected. I wanted to save my Terra so he doesn't know, so you know, we're a U-turn, so he wouldn't know about my Terra Water Garg, but I don't think it can be helped anymore. I'm gonna have to really mess him up with Garganacl with a lure and kill, because he's not gonna go Zapdos on Garg. He's gonna go to something else trying to beat me, which is likely Tinglu. But at this point, like, Ice Punch is looking mad dangerous, not gonna lie to you. So here he U-turns out and tries to get the Basculegion in. Fair enough. We'll take the U-turn damage. 17% isn't bad. As I said, I can't have Basculegion staring down my Gardevoir because it's not traced the right ability yet, which means if he goes Basque, you'll get a KO. So can this be avoided? What I know he won't do is Hurricane. Surf doesn't make a ton of sense either though. Okay, I'll let him take my Cinderace with his Basculegion. Yeah, U-turns. I wanted to go Garganacl there so badly, but I'll just give him Cinderace. The plan is still in effect, especially because I need this gone for my Dragonite. Can sweep him too, but this is in the way, and I'd have to deal with static. So the beauty of this is that now I could go about this a couple different ways, but I'll go Gardevoir, Moonblast here, because he can't guard against Fairy, right? So likely going to be seeing King Gambit come in to have to take this, or he could go Tinglu, both of which suffer from the Tinglu. You know times are rough when Tinglu is your Great Tusk is exactly what I wanted. You know times are hard when Tinglu is Knock is more superior this turn. Knock is superior. The risk versus reward, because I want Zapdos in. He does. I want to go Valiant so badly here. But that power is gonna matter, because now I can get Iron Headed by the Gambit. But he's gonna roost. My play here is to actually EQ. Let me think. If I sack this, go to Gardevoir, can't defog. Okay, yes, Zapdos is dead. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to see. That is it. Probably gonna go Pelipper here, but unless the unless the Zapdos lives on 1%, that'd really be whack. That would be very much whack. The what's it called? The what's this fucking thing called? The Battle Bond Grin comes my way, but these tend to run Terra Water, so it's an interesting situation for me because I guess I don't need to Terra Water my Garg anymore. I mean, I'd prefer to. Water Shuriken, Water Move, probably Dark Pulse and Ice Beam. Surf. Guess Battle Bond. Like I could go Guard, but he might Terra Water, and I don't think Salt Cure will kill him. His Life Orb. Because he knows Terra Extreme Speed will kill him. But who would I rather keep? I'd rather give up Tusk. Let's see if I find a sense like Terra Ghost or something. So he Dark Pulses, so he doesn't even have Ice Beam, which means that Dragonite could just Dragon Dance on it and kill it. So he's gonna Surf. Okay, then I don't even need to Terra. I will, because why the fuck not? But I don't even need to Terra the D-Knight. If I get the Dragon Dance off, no, it's better to just attack. Because he's not gonna waste his He can't beat Garg if I get rid of this. You're not gonna Terra. Can DD and knock him out afterwards. Because what's gonna happen is Tinglu's gonna come in and try to whirlwind me. I really ideally don't want to have to Terra. And my Garg and my Valiant win. You know, it's like there's nothing to guard against either of those. Yeah, so it dies. Okay, yeah, and Tinglu comes in and whirlwinds as I get Valiant, and I still get to keep my multi-scale. Oh, it gets Garganical. If he doesn't have Ice Beam, that means he has maybe Grass Knot then. But at this point, because he's keeping the Terra tucked, but the best he can do here is go for the best he can do here is go for the best he could do there is go for the switch or the whirlwind. So I think it's time. This is the situation I was looking for. If he goes Grin, that means he's Grass Knot. As long as I have, yeah, he's Grass Knot. Wonder how much that will do to me. Because what I don't want is the Gambit being like Terra Fairy or something. This could get annoying this next couple turns. Alright, I'll do it. I'll go with Dragonite here. It is Grass Knot, which I figured. But EQ here, yeah, I'm risking Darkhold flinches. For Iron Defense, he goes and he's Terra flying as this in the position I'm in. That's gonna, and then I hard switch to Valiant and the Iron Defenses. That won't put me in a good spot. By Dragon Dances and he goes and he's Terra flying. I'll be fine because I can just Ice Punch sweep. So I don't think there's any downside to extreme speeding. If his Tinglu doesn't whirlwind spam, Earthquake did. Yeah, I just used here. If it's Tinglu, because I always keep multi-scale. If he stays into continuously attack, then because I always try to keep my multi-scale. And then we body press to kill it. We're staring down Greninja again. And we just recover twice. Oh wow, that shit almost killed me. But I think that's fine. No. The Grass Knot did way more to me than I expected. Because what I'm thinking is if I go, he's Terra flying. Because I can trick the Gambit. But if he's Terra flying and he Iron Headlocks, I'm in trouble. Because Dragonite's not going to be strong enough to take it out. Yeah, the Grass Knot did way too much. I shouldn't have stayed in there. So I'll have to hope he doesn't get the luck. So what I'll do, so I have an extra Mon. So what Terra type could he have that a Valiant would be able to take on? It's Fairy. Okay. Terra Blast. Shit. This is what I'm talking about. If it's a Terra type that I can't deal with. So what that's why I wanted to Iron Defense my Garg up. So what I should have done there was, but if Terra Blast Fairy is something that I didn't consider though. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting Iron Head. Terra Blast Fairy is something that I just can't deal with. Cause yeah, Fallen 5, Terra Blast Fairy is definitely gonna kill me. So yeah, he pulled out the win. This was a good win on his end. I did not, Terra Blast Fairy did not, I haven't seen this set in fucking years. So Terra Blast Terra Fairy was something that did not cross my scope. I was completely concerned about either Terra Fairy without Terra Blast, or, but even meaning I didn't think he could one-shot my Dragonite. So I expected to have some damage on him. So I Dragon Dance and attack into him based on his Terra type, and then I'd come in with with Valiant, but Gambit's natural bulk. So I should have played better around the Terra Fairy option. I doubled down too much on Terra Flying, and it ends up costing me. It ended up costing me there. So Katao, I don't know why Katao. Oh, Katao might be slightly stronger. Yeah, I mean I can still Ice Punch freeze or something, but I don't even want the Ice Punch freeze. He earned the win fair and square. Yeah, that shit did nothing. So it was actually a bulky set. Yeah, very, very, very easy win thrown in the win at that point. The Greninja having Grass Knot and me allowing my Garg to take it was a big mistake. And based on how much Ice Punched, I think he was even a bulky Gambit. So I'd consider that a throw. But the upside of it is that, you know, now we have the mental model for Gambit in the late game. So what I could have, my issue was me allowing my Garganical to take the hit. I thought Grass Knot would be like a 50% recover off kind of deal. Also, what I could have done was Dragon Dance on the Greninja. So when he went to Tinglu, I could have forced more. Yeah, there were just so many misplays there. But what I am happy about is the team. If I lose because of my own misplays, I don't really care. When I lose because of the team, something needs to change. And that was because of my own misplay. So that's a good sign. Valiant's really dangerous. I do want his Ditto gone so that my guard can thrive. In fact, I can... That Garganical could 6-0 him turn 1. As is Dragonite, Tusk. I don't know. It's a very strange team. I mean, Tusk just bodies him. My trick on my Gardevoir is gonna be big. The Ops for Ditto. Okay. Ditto has more HP than my Gardevoir, but I don't mind. I want the damage on his Ditto. It's gonna matter when it comes for Garganical versus Ditto, because that matchup is going to come, and me taking off 50-something% off him, especially because it's a speed tie. I could go hard to Toxapex. The downside, obviously, now he knows my set, so 47%. He's gonna do a little more than that, right? Now I know he's locked in, and Pex versus. One would assume, but I mean, he knows that I have Trick. The Pex isn't even that big of an issue. I do want it neutered because of my Dragonite. And it's funny, I was thinking the other day, like, when's the last time we saw a fucking AV Pex? So I've shown, so it's Black Sludge. Comfortable with tricking here. This Black Sludge, Baneful Bunker. I don't mind if Ditto comes in. Right. Outside shot kills Ace. 2 Moonblasts would do me in. And I'm not gonna risk my guard getting trapped. Yeah. Hurts me there, which makes a big difference. 40%. I have to waste a ton of recovers. But he's wasting his Ditto, which is perfect. So guard lends up. That's why you don't stay into Salcure there, because I'm back at full in your Ditto. So I'm sure you wasted 3 of my recovers, but from you know, what you gained versus what you lost standpoint, it's not even close. Baneful Bunker is a good sign because that means he likely doesn't have haze. So once I set up with this guard, it's a wrap, and the Ditto is low enough to where it's gonna try to remove my item here and all that fun stuff. Yeah, and we're gonna do the same to him. Because again, Valiant is a big issue for him. Once I get my trick on. Once we wither this thing down. Great Tusk is important, but it's not required. Especially because I actually regened my guard. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? It's 21%. So he is a... And I'm definitely gonna die. I could... No, I don't like that. I'll take the damage first. I wouldn't be shocked to see him Rapid Spin, but Rapid Spin is a waste of a play. From a trade-out standpoint. Especially because I don't need my heavy-duty boost on my Dragonite. So, Rapid Spins again, but as I said, it's a wasted turn. Because now I just EQ and your Tusk is wasted. And I have a core change in there, so I really don't know why I even did that. We're gonna roost here so we keep our multi-scale and knock him out. Complete waste of a Tusk there, if I'm honest. But, you know, maybe he's not thinking about what happens after. I like the teams, like the team structure is actually quite sound for something I threw together. You know, it could be the matches we're getting thus far, but you know, it's quite sound so far. But yeah, last game I definitely threw. I should have Garganical, focused solely on guard to cover any Gambit. Terra Blast again, that's something I have not seen in quite some time. But I should know how bulky and problematic and how flexible our Gambit set could be. So covering for all my bases, you know. Very interesting. Garchomp. Valiant is free here. Actually outraged. This guy's out of his mind. Out of his mind. You fear Moonblast here, go to Apex. I'm gonna knock off here because I want to trick this, but I don't want its black sludge. Thinking long term, baby. If this has Surf or Toxic, I'd assume this would be where he'd use it. Painful, huh? Again, Garg is king. I want Siren Defense with that bad boy, so rap. I mean, I'm not 100 on if Cinderace would die to Surf. That's just Garg. Best play. Scarlet comes out, which surprises me. Guess it could be CC. So he goes for Swords Dance. Bro's out of his mind. Bro's out of his mind, I tell you. Recover, Terra Order recover into Great Tusk Sack. I don't even need a Terra Water. I can just sack. Because Dragonite takes oh no, fucking Dragonite doesn't give a fuck. My wall you. Yeah, Bitter Blade's not gonna cut it. That Bitter Blade did a lot to me. How did that do so much? 1%. No, it didn't. Wait, what? Oh, I lost my boots. I completely forgot I gave up the boots. It wouldn't have mattered on no Bitter Blade, but I was like, what the fuck? Very interesting decision. I don't know why I even went Chomp, because if you outrage, you're fucked. So you Iron Heads lets me know he's packing that. This might be a choice Chomp. Let's see if he's Choice Scarf. If he goes first, he's Choice Scarf. If he goes second, he's not Choice Scarf. So you keep. Okay. It's Choice Bandit. Good to know. Yeah, I think that's all she wrote, honestly. All she wrote. I'll see how he stops this. That's why I said the Ditto matchup would matter later. Because now he's going to try to go to Toxapex. But you go hard, Ditto, you're finished. And he sought Cure back to get the... But I just needed his Ditto to stand. I forgot that. How did the Ditto get health back? Trace the regen that I traced. Isn't that some shit? I still have my item, which is best, but it's banded, so... yeah, it's the same situation. We just let him Earthquake lock. We just Ice Punch. He's gonna go to Pex Terra Ground, huh? That's actually really problematic shit. Oh god, Terra Ground Choice Band. Another loss to some shit that I didn't expect. That's man, this is I love it for one main reason. There are situations that I could have dealt with, and a last moment Terra and weird set that I'm like, okay, there's no way I can lose. And then I allow something that, oh, then again, how am I gonna check for motherfucking? Let me see how much that shit really crit me. So we'll never know. I'm pretty sure that would have done a lot though. So again, avoidable losses. The team isn't the issue. So I don't mind those losses. I don't even regret the second one. I would have played the game the same way. I guess I should have accounted for Terra, and I didn't account for the Ditto getting regen. So when he hard switched to Ditto, I thought I had him there. So what was I saying? Yeah, the beauty of it all is that I get to figure out what my potential lose conditions are, because both games are lose conditions that were not in awareness. And so this is where a lot of players tend to struggle. All right, that's all. Well, I lost to the... Well, that's a good thing, because now that's never going to work again. All right, that'll never work again. Both times we set up for Garg to win, and both times it was something that we didn't expect, and it fucked us up. So celebrate, because that shit's never working again. But I really like this team. I might use this for 3 lives. I like it that much. We're gonna have to get our points back and all that, but that won't be difficult. So honestly, looking at this game, unless the Enamours is choice specs, that's really what I'll scout for. Another Garg 6-0, Dragon Knight 6-0 too. Okay. The ability switching is going to be clutch here. I want to change my type on the Rotom. Cinderace is my best case. It covers for everything. Enamours could be Choice Scarf. If it's not Choice Scarf, I'll hard switch out. If he doubles out, then I know I'm faster than him. Contrary. Moonblast. He Moonblasts a Cinderace. I get the contrary. Isn't that funny? Well, he's probably gonna think that he's faster than me and stand, so I'll just Moonblast. Psyshock's better. So he's choice specs and leaves it in, which is useful. Psyshock with body. Oh, Psyshock. Even though I'm very confident he's gonna stand. Enamours, unless I know the set, that's all I was looking for. And I literally said that. I said if it's choice specs, that would be an issue for Garganical. Yeah. Heatran comes in, Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf Tran. Magma Storm. He could Earth Power. I don't think, unless he's offensive, it shouldn't knock me out. I mean, even offensive shouldn't knock Cinderace out. Should Cinderace be taking this damage? I don't think it'll matter that much, especially because I'm pretty sure he's gonna expect me to. Magma Storm is far more likely an option. You cover for Dragonite, you cover for Great Tusk, you cover for Cinderace. Now, if you miss, you're in a bind. But as I said, we're looking to. It could be Chiller Reception into that Baxcalibur stuff. So, Astro Great Tusk, which is interesting, unless this is Choice Scarf. Gonna do his U-turn here. Great Tusk is an odd decision though. Like, what was he accounting for Garganical, I'd assume. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm actually in a Valiant. I knocked first. I didn't expect him to knock first, so now he knows I'm choice banned. Okay, very well. I didn't want him to know I was choice banded, because now he knows he can survive a hit. Easy likely EQ. And his helmet. Okay, very well. Right. I knew he'd stand because of that. Again, Dragonite's a bitch. Need his Enamours dead. Okay, very well. Very well. I guess knockoff wasn't that unfathomable a play. Right. It covered for everything. Because what I wanted to do was go to have him Earthquake on my the reason I thought knockoff was an odd decision is because Cinderace tend to go for Will-O-Wisp. So, you know, you just be giving your burnt tusk. So he goes. I don't even know why he switched to Rotom there. Yeah, I don't agree with the Rotom switch there. It worked in this case, but I could have just CT, like, that was completely unnecessary, even if I had Moonblast. So we're gonna have to give up the Gardevoir. Yeah, Gardevoir is less use. I wouldn't be shocked to see him Will-O-Wisp, just based on how he's played so far. Excellent. Oh, right. This guy's 1600s, right? Because I'm like, why is he? What's he doing? There's no downside of hydro pumping. Like, you have no reason to be playing the game. So that gives me a lot of insight. He doesn't have the. I don't think he grasps the concepts of risk versus reward. Like, let's say I stay in with my tusk there and knock off on some rogue shit. Like, there's literally no downside to hydro pumping. Right, but there are downsides to volt switching and me not staying in. But as I said, you know, we'll continue playing as such. I do want this gun. I want to bait him to stand. I went Cinderace, but I do think Valiant will bait him to stand. And then if I can get rocks up, I guess he's gonna also another thing is because he's so weak to Dragonite, excuse me, if he's not careful, is it Flame Body or something? What are you gonna do, reposition into Vulcan Galar? I mean, you know that I'm just gonna knock off, but Great Tusk would have gotten dropped as well. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. I'm learning a lot here. Learning a lot here. Do want these rocks up pronto. EQing back. Putting me in an awkward spot, but not an unlosable spot. Not an unlosable spot. There we go. That's the word I meant. Especially because, as I said, Garg is king. Just need to time this properly. And if I can catch his Rotom on a high jump kick, like this is over. This is over. Which means D-Knight, I'm not gonna sack my tusk, there's no reason to. Earthquake's doing 22. 22, if I get another 22. His rapid spin is irrelevant. Okay, so it goes Rotom. As I said, like, very interesting decisions, right? Unless this Rotom is faster than my tusk or it's choice scarfed. But I need rocks up to beat the Enamoris. Let's see if it's, oh, it can't be faster than my tusk unless it's choice scarf. See what I'm talking about? What the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, now he's pissing me off because it's just unnecessary. Like I'm not talking about, like, bro, like, I'm not saying I want him to win. I wouldn't say it go as far as to say I want him to win now, but like I'll never condone whack plays. You feel me? Like whack plays are never condoned around these parts. We're gonna earthquake here. Oh, Icicle crashes. I wonder if he's banded. He's not that leftover set. So if he gets EQ'd again, okay, it's a speed tie and he's life orb. Okay. Wild decisions. Wild decisions. Please hit. So he's not that chilly reception stuff. But ideally, he'd go to Rotom here. Rotom would be a blessing. But Rotom is only Volt Switch, which Guard can beat. Enamoris is, yeah, that's exactly why I have this fucking high job. Didn't I say this in the team builder? People feel like Heatran is God King. If he goes Enamoris, he has to take Rock's Fireball, and then I think I'll win. Well, no, because it's Great Tusk and bro went Great Tusk. Bro's insane. I'm pretty sure you're taking at least 41%, bro. I didn't die. No, but if he lived that means he's slow. So there's no way he's faster than my both the same accuracy. If I'm gonna miss one, bro is insane, literally out of his mind. Still have Terror in hand, but I need this gun for my Garganical. Please hit Cinderace. Bro has lost his mind. And this getting chit means my Dragonite just drops. Please hit. Even if he has Protect, you have enough health to survive. He's Scarf. That's why he played it like that. He's actually Scarf Rotom, which has its upsides because, you know, that means Dragonite's E-Speed is more lethal. And it means that, well, it could have Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure he's tricked though. Right now, Dragonite is king. I just need to catch that Terra. The Chili Receps. Definitely want to keep the. Do I want to keep this in? It'd be a waste to leave Cinderace in because then he'd kill my. Because then he'd. Bro is insane. Truly insane. The question is who's more important, Garganacl or... Well, I think he's at the range where Dragonite beats him, so I don't even need, let me see, Dragonite should do 46 with E-Speed. There's no way Guard dies from Pump. If I just, yeah, I figured he'd have Trick. I knew he'd do it sooner or later, I just didn't know when. But Garg doesn't care about the Trick. Garg isn't my win con anymore. It's Dragonite. Unless he has like Terra fucking some shit, you know. And also at this point, Cinderace just destroys. I have no idea why you'd Volt Switch over Hydro Pump, as I said. You have no switch-ins to this. I guess now you do, right? The legendary Choice Scarf, Slowking Galar. So if I let him Volt Switch again, we're staring down Enamor's. Not Volt Switch. We're staring down Future Sight. Okay. I'm not switching the Garg out. Ah, he doesn't have Chili Reception, or maybe he does. Okay. I still have Terra in hand, so I just E-Speed 10 times. Especially because the Getback's gonna get a defense boost, but it's losing too much health from Life Orb and from Life Orb. Here comes the Enamorous. Hit me with that Moonblast. Draining Kiss would be annoying, but Draining Kiss would seal the deal. Ah, okay. I did not see that coming. There's no bueno. That is no bueno. Dragon Dance. Not the end of the world, but it's not good. It's not the end of the world, but it's not good. Because he's Life Orb, Terra Ground. Him Dragon Dancing there was greedy. Actually, no, I wasn't. I lost again. Oh, fuck. You see, this is literally, again, I have no complaints. Primarily because, well, I haven't lost yet necessarily. But, I haven't lost yet. But it's just funny, you know? I think it's just funny, right? It's comical. 34%. I just need to get him to E-Speed range. Plus, I don't think he can knock me out with Icicle Crash. But yeah, just body press. But yeah, I could have lost to a late game unexpected Terra again, right? This is, again, I love it because these things, now I have these things in my toolbox. Won't work twice. And every game has been a late game Terra, and it's been Garg versus the motherfucking planet. Obviously now Dragonite just comes in and sweeps, so there's nothing to be concerned about. But I didn't think he was Dragon Dance too, so that threw me. I didn't think he was Dragon Dance because he had Life Orb. Because usually you see Dragon Dance, I mean you see Swords Dance and Life Orb. So Dragon Dance sub didn't even cross my mind. Like that wasn't even a possibility. But it was, right? So those are things that are, it's a wild west out here, man. Those are things that are possible in these streets. And as a young man out in these streets, guys, you gotta be careful. We Powerball here every time. Again, we're just keeping Dragonite tucked. chilly receptions, it's not gonna help because he doesn't have Ice Shard. Yeah, all I do is just U-turn out into Garganical. I mean, it doesn't even matter what I do. I think U-turn will kill him though, and then Gargle die to Future Sight. It doubles the back switch. Yeah. Actually, let's finish him off with Cinderace. We're not even gonna use Dragonite. We ain't even gonna use him. Ah. Aha! Terra Normal E-Speed, GG. All good. Oh gee, you'll die anyway. But and then obviously Slowking. Plus I've been hitting. Yeah. Oh, this is somebody that knows me. I was like sub. I thought he was talking about sub Max Caliber. But yeah, shout outs to my man Raylex, bro. Y'all really fucked me up in this live. I loved it with these damn so yeah. Sorry. I was checking my phone there, but sexy audio quality, guys. I love this live. This was a true I love I like the team a lot. I actually really enjoy the team. I love lives where I'm having to learn. And where I think I have the game just wrapped up in something just boom. Nah, Jam. Gotta watch your back in these streets. I love it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.